Welcome to HereWithYou-Audio. Take a breath, settle in, and let this moment be for you. Today's reflection is for anyone who has been carrying something for a long time. Sometimes we carry things for so long that we forget what it feels like not to carry them. A disappointment from years ago, someone else's expectations, words that were said to us and never forgotten, a mistake we keep replaying, a relationship that left us questioning ourselves, or simply the constant feeling that we are responsible for holding everything together. We get so used to carrying things that eventually they can start feeling like part of who we are. But something being familiar does not mean it belongs to you. And just because you have been carrying something for a long time does not mean you were ever meant to carry it forever. There are some things in life that are ours to deal with, and there are things that were never ours to carry in the first place, such as other people's opinions, other people's choices, other people's disappointment, the expectations they placed on us, and the things that we could not control. And sometimes the hardest thing to let go of is the belief that we should have been able to change something that never was in our hands to begin with. We look backward and imagine different choices, different words, different decisions. We think about what we should have said, what we should have noticed, what we should have done differently. And without realizing it, we begin carrying responsibility for things that we could not possibly have known or controlled at that time. But you made the best decision you could with the understanding you had then. You knew what you knew, and you felt what you felt. You were doing the best you could with the circumstances in front of you. That does not mean you cannot learn from the past. It simply means you do not have to punish yourself for not knowing what you know now. Growth changes our perspective, and sometimes that means looking back at an older version of ourselves with more compassion instead of criticism. You do not have to keep carrying every mistake as proof that you were not good enough. You can learn from it, you can acknowledge it, and then you can allow yourself to keep moving. The same is true for things other people have placed on you. You can care about someone without carrying their emotions for them. You can love someone without taking responsibility for every choice they make. You can understand someone's disappointment without deciding that their disappointment means you did something wrong. And you can say no without becoming a bad person. Sometimes putting something down does not mean you stop caring. It means you finally recognize your own limits. And there is freedom in that. Imagine what it would look like to walk through your life without constantly asking yourself whether everyone else is okay with you. Imagine making a decision because it's right for you, rather than because you are afraid of disappointing someone. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that something you have carried for years no longer has to come with you into the future. You may not be able to change what happened. You may not be able to control how someone else feels, and you may not be able to undo every mistake. But you can decide what you carry forward. And maybe today, you can put one small thing down. Not everything, not all at once, just one thing. One expectation, one old regret, one piece of guilt that was never truly yours. You don't have to carry everything just because you have carried it this far. Some things can be forgiven. Some things can stay in the past. Some things can simply be released. And when you finally put down what was never yours to carry, you may discover that you have more room for that life that is waiting for you. Take care of yourself. I'll meet you here again in the next moment.